it's up and welcome to the video. Firstly, I want to point out the background noise. Currently, where I'm living, we are going through a really big heat wave type thing, so the entire house is hot, so without these fans, I will be pouring sweat. So, So I didn't really know what I was going to film today, so I decided to just go with a random tag that I remember saving into my bookmarks on my phone months ago. I quickly read through the questions, not even half paying attention to them, and it is a, hair, stay put. It is a, the title is Reader Problem Tags. I will leave the tag and all the questions down below, but this is on the book, not a book lover's guide. I don't know, that's just what the little thing says here, which you're not going to be able to see, but there are, I think, 11 questions just about reader problems, like what you do in the situation, all that. Question 1. You have 2,000 books on your TBR. How in the world do you decide what to read next? Well, normally each month I have a set TBR and then books I can read outside that, so I'm going to pretend that doesn't exist. Normally I would just scroll through and just see what catches my eye. Or do I have a certain series that I want to start? If nothing catches my eye, or I don't really know what series to start, I would just probably pick a random book. But normally I know exactly what next series I'm going to start, or I want to continue with the series. So I'd probably just pick a book from a continuing series that I haven't finished, or a book that I want to read, because there's so many books that I want to read, but I don't have the time each month to read 30 books when I can barely usually get about 14, 15 down. So, yeah. Next is, you're halfway through a book and you're just not loving it. Do you put it down, or are you committed? It depends. I've only ever DNF'd one book and then almost another one, but I would, if I made it to the halfway point and I was just not loving it, nothing was catching my eye, nothing was interesting, I would probably just DNF it. But if I'm halfway through and there's a little thing interesting me, or if I see it getting better, I just might continue reading it just to say I finished the book and all that. So yeah, at the end of the year, is coming and you're behind in your reading challenge. Do you try to catch up, and if so, how? I'd probably just try and find a bunch of short books to read, pick some graphic novels if I'm in the mood for a graphic novel, just try and push through and do my best. I've said this to myself multiple times, that if I don't complete a reading goal, oh well. I know that this year I am going to be more than completing my reading goal, as I'm over halfway through. At this rate, I'm probably going to have it finished by July. So, don't really know what I do. The covers in a series you love do not match. How do you cope? I don't know. All of the covers of the books I have, I think, they all match. Nope. I have a series that the book covers do not match, because one's the movie tie-in edition, and then one's one's just a normal paperback. So I'd say it doesn't matter unless it's a series I really, really love. Then I try to get it in the same cover and the same format, so hardcover, paperback, all that. I know there's one series that I'm wanting to try and get all of the books, and there's 3 books. One is yet to be released, and the other two are released. But the first book is out of print and hardcover, and I want the hardcovers so that all 3 of them will match. But I'm debating, do I go, okay, first one paperback, second one hardcover or paperback because it's in both print still, and then the third one paperback, hardcover. Like, I need to figure that out before September so I can order these books. But I'd say covers don't matter really to me because it's more like the content inside the book. Yes, matching covers look aesthetically pleasing, but I guess it just depends on what the series is. What do the covers look like? Do I visually like the one better? Have I already started getting the one cover and then it gets a cover change and the other one goes in print? It's a lot of different reasons. I don't know. Everyone and their mother loves a book that you do not. Who do you bond with over your shared feelings? I guess maybe I have a Facebook group that is all about like books and all that. I'd maybe find someone on there just to say like, am I the only one feeling this way about this book or all that? Like, I don't really bond over books. I don't really do anything like that. I don't have any friends that read. My one friend is I'm trying to convince her to get into reading, and she's kind of getting there. She's reading a few books. But I don't really have anyone in my personal life to talk about books, so I'd probably, again, go with a Facebook group, and if no one really has the same feelings or wants to share their opinions, then I'll just leave it. You're reading a book in public and you're about to start crying. How do you deal? I don't know. I don't really read books in public. Like, I mean, I'd probably either just stop reading so I can have that emotional breakdown at home or in the vehicle. But if I had to pull through, I'd probably just let myself cry. Let myself tear up a little bit and then explain. That's what I would do, probably. The sequel to a book you love just came out, but you've forgotten a lot of what happens. Are you going to reread it? I don't know. I know that a lot of times if there's more than like a year or so in between a book and the sequel, I will reread it. Like, you know, there's books coming out in September that either the books came out, I read the books last year or earlier this year, and I'm probably going to do a reread of those just because I love those stories. It also just depends on, do I have the time? Do I have the time to reread? If I do, sure, I'll do a reread of it. I don't really care. But it just all, like, depends, I guess. If I truly love the story, you'd think I'd remember and be able to just jump in. Sometimes I choose to do rereads because why the heck not, like, reread a story I love. So, I don't know. You do not want anyone to borrow your books. How do you politely say no when someone asks? I don't know. I don't really have people wanting to borrow my books. I would probably just say that I don't want you borrowing this book because it's something important to me, but maybe you can find it at the library or that. I don't know what I'd do in that situation. There are so many books coming out that you're dying to read. How many do you end up buying? That's a hard thing. Like, for example, in May that there was about 10 or so books that I really want, and I'm literally just going to have to space out buying them, pick which ones do I truly, truly, truly want to read. And also when I see that there's a book coming out that I want, I usually will try and go to like NetGalley or different places where you can get art, and I will request a copy just to see if I can get it. it just depends, like, how badly do I want to read this book? How much money do I have to spend? Because usually I limit myself to, like, how many ebooks I can buy in a month, or how many physical books I can buy in a month. Because obviously I'm not entirely paying them for myself. My mom gives me like a, hey, this month we can afford to spend this much on books for you, because she knows that that's like my passion. But I guess I just have to pick and choose which ones do I really, really, really want to read, and what are ones that I think I can wait a few months or something. I don't know. After you purchase all these books that you're dying to read, how long do they sit on your shelves before you get to them? It depends. Like, I know I have like an entire row of books that I purchased. When did I purchase them? In December, and I was like, I'm so excited to read these. I have read like 2 or 3 of them. I guess it just depends on what I want to do. Like what I want to read, what my Jenga TBR gives me. Like, if none of those books fit, well, then I'll have to wait until I finish those to read more, and like, it just depends, I guess. So that was the tag. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was kind of just more of a filler in, like, I don't know why, I just wanted to do a little tag questions. So yeah, hope you enjoy this. Bye.